Does it make sense to buy Sphere Finance now after this large crash? You've probably watched the video by Jesse. You might have even watched the critics. A lot of people try to now jump on this blame bandwagon, right? Jesse Eckel pumping and dumping. Is there any truth behind this? We are going to look at the tokenomics. We are going to look at data. So without further ado, let's jump right in. Hi, so Sphere Finance does have quite a bit of a hard time, right? Just after the recent AMA, the price is crashing. People are fleeing out of the project, but the question is, can this recover? Is this over the long term a good investment? Because in one of the AMAs, Jesse Eckel has said that you should never sell Sphere Finance. If you're interested in a roast of that AMA, you might want to check out this on-chain crypto video over here. So a lot of accusations, but what's actually really happening with Sphere Finance? Now, in order to understand how these 99,000 annual return here are generated, so an APY of 99,900%, in order to understand this, we have to understand rebase tokens and auto-compounding and liquidity pools, etc. So this is a bit more complex, but bear with me, it's fundamental to understanding how all of this works. So when you invest into something like Sphere Finance, you put money into something called a liquidity pool, right? So liquidity pool is a pool of capital on a decentralized exchange. And on one side, we've got the Sphere token, right? So let's call this S. And on the other side, we've got a more common token that people might be swapping this for. So in this case, let's use Matic. So what happens is you come along and you swap your Matic for Sphere tokens, right? You put Matic in, you get Sphere out. This Sphere is then in your wallet, right? You've got a wallet here and in there are Sphere tokens. Now, the reason why everybody buys the Sphere token is for the compounding effect, right? The 1.9% per day. So every day you get 1.9% more Sphere tokens. You don't have to do anything. You simply just get more tokens over time. Now, what's important here, and this is something most people don't grasp, this additional Sphere supply in your wallet does not impact the price on the market. At least it doesn't do this directly. So the price crashing over here is not a result directly coming from the compounding. It's a result from people directly selling. Because the price of the Sphere token is just derived here in this liquidity pool on the decentralized exchange. So it's simply just the ratio of whatever Matic token is in here versus how many Sphere tokens are in here. So when you give this pool your Matic, you will have more Matic on one side. You take out Sphere on the other. So Sphere versus Matic increases in price. This is then what you see in a chart like this here, right? So this is simply buying Sphere on the DEX. Now, when you and other people have these Sphere wallets and they simply compound over time, right? These tokens, they haven't yet hit the market. So there isn't yet any price impact. The only impact happens once you decide to exit the system, right? Once the Sphere tokens hit this liquidity pool and then we suddenly have way more Sphere tokens over here than the